What's up, people of YouTube? This is Driftor bringing you guys another video to the channel, and I haven't sat down and made a video in a while, and I will have a separate video up on the channel soon. I don't know exactly when, but soon, kind of explaining the reasons as to why I haven't had a video on the channel in a while. But today's video is going to be to talk about Season 2 within Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and more specifically, I'm going to be talking about Rust, because I have some opinions on it. I have some ideas, some concepts that I kind of want to get out there, some feelings, if you will. But before we jump into all of that, I would like to let you guys know that I have been making a comeback when it comes to streaming and doing that a lot more and a lot more consistent. My Twitch link will be down in the description of this video. If you guys could go hit that up, follow, and you know, just be around when I go live, that would be awesome. I typically stream at the end of the night on pretty much any day of the week that I'm available, but the plan is to make that most days of the week after about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if that fits into your schedule, go ahead and hit that link and check it out. Now let's go ahead and let's jump into the video. Now, Season 2 dropped yesterday, and with Season 2 came a few new things, including a battle pass with 2 new weapons, the Ghost Operator, tons of clues suggesting a battle royale coming soon, and a lot more. But most importantly, it brought the map Rust, which is, I think, the thing that most people were looking forward to when it comes to this update. Now, I was really excited to play Rust as well. You know, I'd played a lot of Shoothouse and a lot of Shipment over the last few months. That's pretty much the only mode that I've been playing, and I was ready for something new, and I felt like Rust was going to fit into that category of maps just like Shipment, just like Shoothouse. I thought it was going to be the equivalent, and unfortunately, once I got into Rust and started playing it, it did feel very similar to Modern Warfare 2 Rust. Obviously, it's almost the exact same layout. The only bad thing is it doesn't play the same. It doesn't have the same vibes, and I don't really know how to explain it. The only thing that I can say is I think that they have purposely messed the spawns up so bad at this point. Like, I don't understand it. Like, Shoothouse has some bad spawns. Overall, it doesn't have good spawns just because all of Modern Warfare has bad spawns. But Shoothouse has better spawns than Rust by far. But Shoothouse and Rust are not that different in terms of size. Like, obviously Shoothouse is a little bit bigger, but it's not significantly bigger than Rust. It's a little bit longer, but it's not, in terms of width and stuff, it is not any bigger. And Shoothouse has much better spawns, and the spawns on Rust are horrendous. You know, they are the equivalent of Shipment bad. Now, granted, Shipment is much worse in terms of spawns because of how small it is, and I don't like the bad spawns on Shipment, don't get me wrong. I think there's things they could do to make that better, but it doesn't bother me nearly as much as Rust spawns because Shipment is so much smaller. When I play on Rust, I am getting spawns that I was getting on Shipment. You know, I'm spawning directly in front of people. Like, I'm spawning standing next to a person, or I'm spawning 10 feet away from somebody who is literally ADSing at the spot that I'm spawning into, and that is absolutely ridiculous. I thought about it long and hard last night, and I don't think I have ever played a video game, not just a shooter, not just a Call of Duty, a video game that has had this bad of spawns. And I have played some you know, third-party, weird, random, like, little shooters and stuff that have had much better spawn systems than Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare, I'm sure a lot of you guys know this, by far has the worst spawn system that I think I've ever seen in a Call of Duty game. It is horrible. It is so bad in combination with the maps not being good, the standard maps. I don't even touch the core modes. I absolutely will not play Team Deathmatch. I will not play any core mode. I will only play Shoothouse and Shipment. And now I was hoping that I could add Rust into that mix. And I don't think that I can. I mean, I don't know. I definitely like Rust way more than the other maps in the game. Don't get me wrong. It was enjoyable. I had high kill gameplays and stuff like that. But the deaths from bad spawns felt so much more painful than the other maps. Like, they can be really annoying on Shoothouse too. The difference is it doesn't happen nearly as much as it happens on Rust, and the maps aren't too different in terms of size, like I said earlier. So if I'm dying, let's say I'm dying 20 times on Rust, I think that at least half of those deaths come from some sort of a bad spawn. It's just unreal, guys. I don't understand how a AAA studio who's been making Call of Duty games in a rotation for over a decade can make a spawn system this bad. And it only leads me to think that it's done on purpose. It's the only thing that I can come to. And it sounds like a stretch, and it makes me feel bad to say that that's the case, but I don't know what else it could be. I really don't. I really don't understand how they can make the spawns this bad. My theory is that bad spawns reward bad players. You know, if the spawns were better, you know, no spawn is going to be perfect in any game, in my opinion. I don't think that's a thing that can really happen. But if the spawns were significantly better and on par with recent Call of Duty games, in a game like this where I think gun skill matters quite a bit, but the spawns throw that off, bad players would not feel rewarded very often, because people who are good at the game are going to know the spawn patterns. They're going to know where to look when their team is in one position, and they're going to keep teams from being able to successfully, bad players from being able to successfully, not necessarily break a spawn trap, because that's a negative thing. You don't want teams to be able to get spawn trapped, but they're not going to be able to fight back against people who are really good at the game unless they play a lot and learn how to counter those things, like everybody else had to do all the way up until this Call of Duty game. And I don't think that that's good for business for Infinity Ward or Activision. I think that if bad players, who are the majority of the player base, are getting shit on consistently, they're going to play less. They're going to see less microtransactions. That's going to hurt what the overall stats look like for their shareholders. That's going to hurt the amount of money that's being spent on cosmetics, and I don't think they want that. They would rather hurt the people who are super good at the game, that are the minority, than hurt the people who are bad at the game that need to play it more to get good, because one gives them more money and one gives them better statistics to have more shareholders, to have more people on their side going into the next game. It's all business and publicity. That's my personal opinion. Maybe I'm reaching here, but I just can't possibly understand how a team that's been making Call of Duty games for 10 years, a AAA studio, can make a spawn system that is so bad. It's so bad. Now, I didn't want to come back to making videos just to complain and have all sorts of negativity on the channel. That's not the goal here. I will have some other content up soon, talking about other stuff from the season. I want to kind of talk about the Battle Royale. I want to talk about the rest of Season 2, and I want to talk about the new guns. So keep an eye out for those videos. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry I've been gone. Again, explanation video will be coming soon. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, check out my Twitch down in the description, and deuces.